Have a little bit of that frostbite here on Icebox. Things fairly simple across the board on the defensive end. We got 3 ghosts standing out to me. Due to the economy changes as well, you're not getting as much as you could. It used to be a shock dart on the Sova, but Zeta only going to have that drone for this one. It's Cloud9. Look to mount their attack. The first round in stage 3 here, looking to be an A hit. Leaf pushes up as the Devour's available. No Leers to play with. Floppy finds the first. Now the second to come on through. That one goes the way of Mitch, and that wall going to slow down a rotation for just a moment. The shots go wide. The spike goes down, and now the retake for Foxy. Well, only 3 stand tall.
Well, trying to knife down this wall. Leaf fully aware, and I like this aggression. The Reyna player can always get something done as it's Zeppa looking to take the fight towards screens.
And that wall is about to break on the outside, and I think it did. They swing around the corner. 1 kill in response, courtesy of Boostio, but the pistol round swings the way of Cloud9 Blue.
Yeah, really good look from C9 Blue there. I like that they kind of delayed on that Viper wall. They contacted up initially, waited till they took that initial contact, and then they popped that toxic screen over towards, well, screens. It blocked off the player playing the boost, which helped to isolate these duels. And, well, Cloud9 Blue, we know how strong they are at playing together, and, well, of course, just in the individual play department, and they kind of steamrolled their way on in. Now, for Foxy, they're putting a little bit of stock into this. The Sheriff up for Boostio off the 1 frag he got, but Cloud9 Blue looking a lot better. Weapons across the board. A couple people are saving onto those ghosts to maybe make that bonus buy a bit more interesting. As the A said again, seems to be the choice of Cloud9.
The final destination once more. A Bulldog picked up by Leaf. Going to bring a bit more power into the bonus as the first kill swings their way. The run and gun not going to get it done. It's the Bulldog again. And Zeppa not happy about it. And unfortunately, he shouldn't be too happy about that either. Boostio able to get some value out of the Sheriff. And, I mean, Foxy are doing lots of damage. Way more than I expected. Ping Fu comes up huge with 2 classic kills. That Bulldog has since been retrieved. Boostio will fall, and it's a Sheriff down. I don't know if Ping Fu's in any position to grab another weapon as his counterpart Floppy comes off the top ropes and closes it out. But Foxy did heaps of damage there.
Yeah, it's not a bad round, all things considered. Getting 3 weapons off the table is perfect, but remember, there was players left onto Ghosts for Cloud9 Blue. They kind of were all right with losing some bodies because they're going to have a really strong bonus into this one with rifles reinvested and kind of pulling back a little further into that round. Even if things had gone horribly wrong and Leaf had died there with the Bulldog, they always had Floppy in the backline. So he can kind of act as a flank watch. And, well, if it really hits the fan, then he can use those snake bites to deny the after plants and hold things on for C9. So I'd expect to continue to see that Viper kind of be the last resort when needed. But Cloud9, well, they just love the A site, and Leaf, with his upgraded weapon, is able to pick off Sugar Free.
No way! The Owl drone denies the tailwind dash for Zeppa, and maybe not expecting. I wasn't expecting that, so you learn something new every day in this game of Valorant. As that spike goes down, it's only that initial kill here that stands on the board. It's Ping Fu trying to find Zeta, who's playing flank watch themselves. Floppy kind of dancing around that 4-10 position. Boostio hops on the board there, finding the kill, making things even, but they're running out of time here. That spike's been planted. The defender is now working against the clock, working against Leaf here, who's found 3 kills on the round, looking to close things out. And, well, it was Ping Fu who snuck up and actually completely undetected. They're all running out towards screens. The pings were there, and, I mean, obviously unbeknownst to Ping Fu here, that could have been a ninja defuse.
I don't know if there was time left. He will die regardless. How did he get past Zeppa? I wasn't watching the minimap, so I wasn't sure how he was able to sneak his way through, but all right, that's a good look for Cloud9. They will win that round. And it was, again, off of the kind of second round ghost we were talking about. It gave them that rifle for Leaf, and, well, Leaf does so well with it. He knows that he's in the position to make himself a hero, so he makes the play. Gets aggressive, shuts down 3, and is able to keep this momentum rolling for C9. I'm just loving that they're keeping things simple, right? They know they're the better team. They know they're the favorite here, so they're not overcomplicating this. Just quick A hits, taking some of those aim duels and having a strong post plant should it come to it. Sugar Free is holding with a Marshall, a couple other lighter weapons to work with for Foxy, but Cloud9 Blue looking good to take this down with their life.
Mikey having other plans for this squad. Finds one with the Sheriff. Leaf is there to trade one back, not on the Sova, but the opposing Reyna. As Leaf finds another, and Leaf just having fun here on Icebox. The Empress is on. The shots through the wall will land. It's Mitch to pick that one up. Unfortunately, Floppy not able to find anything there, although in the heat of the battle, just couldn't find anything. Now Boostio, the last one standing, looking to do a bit more damage here. Another eco round for Foxy, where Cloud9 Blue have put him. Floppy on the swing, the tailwind out of dodge, and it's looking like another 3K here for the Reyna, but everybody from Cloud9 running him down. Boostio nowhere to go. It's another 3K for Leaf and another round for Cloud9 Blue.
Yeah, it's just kind of an Empress moment out of Leaf. He's feeling it right now, not afraid to take these aim duels. 9-1 is the scoreline. And I want to talk about Zeta a little bit, because I feel like Zeta is kind of known as being like this Korean breach. He came on over. His breach was so strong when he was playing on that Korean Cloud9 roster, but now in NA, he's kind of flexed his agent pool a good bit. His Sova has been impressing me on this map. It's just a couple recon bolts, couple kind of shock darts to set his team up for success, but it's those little things that can change the tides. And as well, it's him working the flank watch every round. He's keeping this team safe. It's a similar role to Floppy, where he's kind of the last line of defense. And Boostio, good operator work with this round, but the first shot misses.
That first shot going wide, and it had just kind of peeked away or went back to safety at the wrong time. Now Mitch will be the backup there for Leaf as he pushes onto the site. Sage for Sage, though. They all will fall, and Sugar Free still alive, but only for a moment. It's Zeppa the hop on the board. Floppy picks one on the flank, and I mean, the Viper's on the flank. Name a better duo here in this game as both of them traded out, and with the spike down, Pinkfu is going to opt in to use the Viper's pit there. 6 HP finds the first, but Zeppa's there to trade it out, and a heads-up play by the Viper of Foxy, but Cloud9 Blue too strong in that, and I wanted to say too strong in the retake just because I had the retake to grab that spike.
Yeah. I like that they take that quick there. They don't give time for him to establish that ultimate ability. It was still coming up, and they know that he had to be trapped into one corner. As soon as you kind of wait out a Viper's pit, you chill in there a little bit too long. That decay really gets you, and only one bullet will do you in. But Cloud9 so astute at dealing with that as well. Floppy's lurk there. I think this is the first round we've seen him commit to that lurk up mid. Before, he's just been kind of toying with the idea. It goes big for a frag, and really throws a wrench in the plan of his opponent. Zeppa, this Blade Storm now, rifle to boot, as it's a 4-man stack, and already a player pushing flank for Foxy. This could be their way on in on this eco stack.
It's Zeta this time around to find that entry frag. That bug and make sure Leaf stays alive. Unfortunately, Sugar Free has other plans for the opposition. Is able to back away and look to play the retake. Knives online for both squads. Boostio able to find one, find another. A couple of one-taps with the knives, looking for some more. It's Mitch to try and get things done in a 1v2 situation. The first kill to find the way. Now the Classic coming out, then a resurrection available. The reload will be heard. The wall looking to go up there. Boostio has the angle, and a thrifty round for Foxy to hop on the board.
Yeah, well, maybe the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality punished a little bit there by Cloud9. Foxy had the read that it was going to be another A-site hit, so they had 4 stacked early on. And Boostio, I think right off the round, I can't even speak because the shots are so crisp, but he had pushed straight on down mid and was already clearing that space. So he had 100% assuredness that Cloud9 had to commit in towards the A site, was able to clean things up very, very nicely with the Blade Storm on the flank. So weapons up again for Foxy, but when you have guns, it's a lot harder to justify a stack. Only 3 players towards A this time, turning to a bit of a default is, well, Cloud9, they're doing what they like to do, and that's the A site.
You can kind of, you know, see the anomaly in the Blade Storm from Boostio in that last round. Now that it's not available, they go right back to it, and they're starting to get that value in it. Cloudburst goes through. Zeppa trying to find some shots through it. It's Mikey to come out on top. A resurrection swings the numbers even at this point, but Ezire not going to let it up just yet. Foxy with the player lead, a resurrection and a Hunter's Fury to work with themselves. Only have 2 members now to worry about. Floppy, that spike retrieves. Ain't able to find one. Finds the next. The shots are just on for Cloud9 Blue. And once more, it's all in the hands of Boostio.
Who else but him to find it in the clutch, though? Utility to work with Spike, yet to be committed, but Cloud9 Blue, they have time to work with, trying to catch him out, make him consider rotation as a possibility, but he'll elude the dart. Maybe false sense of security for Cloud9 now on this site. what can Busio get done? Tailwind's up, so first duel could get isolated. The dash away
30
could make this
seconds left.
dangerous.
The spike finally committed towards this A site. Peeks right. It's shot from the left. Zeta closes things out. What a round by Zeta there to find those 2 kills. One down low, the immediate flick up top out towards heaven. And that's Sage. And I mean, I'm okay. We do get to take a peek at it because Desire here was going off. You don't silence that stage. This round goes way differently. And obviously, you know, Zeta had the suppressor needed there for that round.
Yeah, it's just such a huge win for Cloud9 to find. And, I mean, Zeppa just proving his worth. You can never write this guy off as a support player because when it comes to the clutch, he's just so dang strong. Zeppa, well, he's just going to keep this up. C9B, more like C9A. They're only committing towards his site, but Leaf has earned himself an Empress, did well with this previously. It's just the shorties to really contend with here. Trigger free, though, we'll find Floppy behind his right.
And that shorty been getting a lot of value, a lot of purchases since we've seen the economy changes. The Empress is on. Leaf gonna swap on over, get the heal to dismiss away after a classic kill, and Busio forced to dash nice and early in that fight to stay alive. A flank coming through once more. It's the Sage who needs to get some stuff done with just a classic in hand. Zeppa gonna take the fight right to him in a near flawless round for Cloud9 Blue. And Mimi, your play on words. You truly are one of the best. You truly are one of the best.
It's so creative. I don't know. I don't think anyone else would be able to think of that one. A modern day Shakespeare, some may say. But in terms of what C9's showing us right now, well, it's practically a play. It's so perfect. It's the same thing every round in these A-site committals. And I gotta give some credit to Leaf. I feel like a lot of Reynas kind of fall into just like being a baiter and letting their second duelist entry first. That's not necessarily a bad thing. That's kind of what Reyna is made to do. But he's just not caring. He's going forward, almost like Tens plays the Reyna, and it's working perfectly for C9. Another adaptation from Foxy. This time it's a sneaky Sage. There's one top gen, and Busio gets the first second. That's the spike down, Tanner.
Busio comes up huge. It's unfortunate now that Busio taken off the board. 2 kills were traded right back, so things are even, and those bodies kind of unattainable in tough spots to find that resurrection. One pushed up out towards 410, one underneath heaven, just completely in the open. We'll see if Desires to go for the res there. 1 for 1 once more as we're down to the last 2. It's a Hunter's Fury for the post plant. The resurrection still available in Zeta. Well, this is his favorite corner to swing, and it's Desire to come out on top. Now the trade will follow. Ping Fu on the flank once more. The Viper goes unchecked, and we'll find another round for Foxy.
Yeah, strong flank out of Ping Fu. I think previously all the flanks Foxy were showing were very early on, and it was the timing where Zeta was still holding. But the initial frags forced Zeta to instead push forward, try and get something done with the team. And just look at this replay. Such crisp shots there to start things up, and Desire holding lower. I like that he doesn't commit to the wall play there. He had the sneaky kind of like grim wall boost, but concedes it. Doesn't want to give away a 1v1 fight because positions like that are really tough to trade. So Foxy, I mean, they're showing me good control, but thus far they've just been being kind of outgunned by Cloud9. If they want to make this doable, I'd love to see them get at least 4.5. But Leaf just so confident on this push-up.
And I mean, that's just kind of been the tail of the tape. It's been Zeppa and Leaf just running it down towards this A-side and running it down in a positive light. Unfortunately, that was running it down a bit, just blindly walking on the opposite side of the toxic screen. Allows Mikey to find 1 kill, and Floppy with their second on the round, looking for the next. It's Busio still alive, and Busio a problem, and a very familiar situation. I believe the same agents alive here in Mitch and Zeta. The same 1v2 situation. A boost over the wall, not wasting any time. A Hunter's Fury available. Shock Dart's going to go down first. They will land on top of the spike. And now, at Hunter's Fury, 1 tag should do it. Recon Bolt for the info. Shots on target. Now, Busio just going to have to stick it at this point. Finds the shots on target once more. Unfortunately, out of time. Can't find the next. Will fall on the spike. Zeta to clutch things out for Cloud9 Blue to find another.
And what's lovely about how Cloud9 is playing this is it's the first time that they've had to kind of break that glass, pull out the emergency hammer, and have Zeta go into the clutch. They're not over-reliant on these clutch situations, and I like that. He obviously has the lineups. He obviously has that Hunter's Fury. It's a pretty standard play at this point. I think kind of the first, like, big clutch we saw from that was from Hiko, but just really well played there from Cloud9. 8-2 is now the look on the scoreline. It's Foxy reset down onto another eco. They do have some ults to work with here, where the Blade Storm and that Hunter's Fury, maybe it's a bit more of an aggressive look, but it's aggression, and it's out towards A. This time, Cloud9 Blue, they're huffing it in towards the B site. No one has met them quite yet. Oh, no.
Oh, and Busio narrowly missing out there. 2 tags with the knives from long range. Zeppa finds the first kill, able to take his lead. Go back for some more, though. Pushing out of the cloud burst. Unfortunately, not able to find it. And the tag doesn't matter because it was on Sugar Free. The Reyna, but Mitch able to finish off what his teammate once started. Finds another and keeping him corralled here. Busio going to go on top of the tube. And now damage is the name of the game. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to find much more. As Pingfu, the last one standing. Working around the wall. The recon bolt. Gonna hold the Viper at bay, and a classic in hand. Leaf with a nice flank up towards Boiler. Able to find that kill to close it out. And yeah, Mimi, it was the conditioning towards A that just allowed a free take on the B.
Yeah, I mean, we saw they've been working like a 4-1 split for these last couple of rounds, and now I'd imagine they're going to go back A. Because now Foxy, they've got to be ringing those alarm bells, considering that, oh, Cloud9 can actually use the rest of the map. Kind of forgot about that one, so they have to push 2 players off this site. And look at Cloud9. It's right back in towards the A site. This is kind of what I thought. I initially brought up this point we were talking about Viper, but conditioning is so powerful, especially on a map like Icebox with so many open angles, with so much kind of room to sell something without having to overcommit. Well, now, we do see something early on. It's Hunter's Fury. Nothing to come of it. It's Zeppa going jet mode. Gets one. Shut down by Ezire. But it's good space found. No, Mikey still another advantage with Foxy, but C9 have a res.
Res is available, and one used on the opposite end to bring Pingfu back to that Viper online. That means the Viper's pit going to be back here. And what better time than the last round of the half to get that one down as Floppy falls. Sugar Free able to net that kill and top off there with the Devour. It leaves it down to the last 2. It's Mitch. It's Zeta. A familiar position. Unfortunately, you know, they're familiar in being the last 2. It's usually not up against 5. Now make it 4 as Mitch finds the first. The Resurrected to come on through. The defense is there as well to make sure nothing happens. That body coming back up. Mitch over the top will find Mikey. Now they need to clear out the side and get the spike down. And Mitch just taking this round into his own hands. It's a 2v2. Make it a 1v2 as Pingfu comes back up from the dead. Will grab a couple of lives for himself. Now Zeta needs to retrieve the spike or win a 1v1 against Busio, who has been so hot here for Foxy in this first half.
So you're very aware that the spike's down in a weird position, and Zeta, wasting some time, still needs to commit up the ropes to find this spike and even consider the plan. The spike will now be retrieved, but Busio, he's making his approach quickly. Recon dart up, though. Should reveal. It's a fast push. Dash away, though. Busio alive. Zeta on the chase. Look at the time. Nothing left. He needed to commit to the spike. And Busio, the shot's not necessary. It's the time to win it out.
What a heads-up play by Busio. He gets hit by that recon bolt. The ping comes through, and with 3 seconds left on the clock, the dash away as we get to take a peek at what this first half had for us. And it seemed like the Cloud9 Blue show, but you'll see Busio up into that feed there. I mean, man, Busio had us up around, or a half, excuse me. It's just tough that Cloud9, they really took everything on this A site.
You can see some of the prowess of this team, right? Like, they had the read, they made the right adjustments most of the time, but Cloud9 White felt like they were just kind of able to run it down A, outgun their opponents, and when things started to get rough, well, they fell back on the smarts that we know this squad has. It could be Zeta in the clutch. It could be the adjustments off their conditioning. Just a great look out of Cloud9, and now the progression out of Zeppa to start off the second.
Yeah, trying to play on top of that generator there. Spot a few heads. Unfortunately, no scoped rifle means those shots are a bit harder to hit. And it was armor on 4 for Foxy as they push up towards the side. Busio to find the first. The right click's going to go wide for another, but Pingfu is there to finish that kill off. Leaf is able to sneak one back in that wall. You wish you had that one back. It's a tough spot to be in, but the spike will go down no less. Now from the high ground, Floppy will fall on the attacking side. Maybe starting to favor these teams here as the pistol round. It's all up to Mitch and Foxy. Battle it back. They get it done with 3 remaining. They grab the pistol.
Yeah, it's such a nice little round there out of Foxy. I like the Viper wall from Floppy, kind of that more passive one leaning in towards the retake play. But Cloud9 maybe getting a little bit overconfident with some of the duels they were taking there because they gave away 2 entries, just getting overwhelmed by Foxy, especially Boostio there being the man to create the space. So it's a bit tough for them, but still 5-round lead for C9 Blue. And they are forcing a tad bit here. Some upgraded pistols for Leaf, Floppy, and Zeppa. See if they can get something done. We know how strong these players can be with these weapons.
And a very similar buy in round 2 for Foxy as we saw in Cloud9 Blue. They got that Bulldog coming out. They have 1 less Ghost, which means 1 more Spectre. I'm wondering what they're saving for, just trying to make the most that they can out of the bonus. Vandals also, that Bulldog was actually upgraded to a Vandal for Sugar Free, so they're looking to get a whole lot here in the anti-eco, and you want to take this one flawlessly if you can, but for now they're completely stunted for the moment. Viper's utility going to be used. The Cloud Burst go through. Mikey's able to find a dink onto Zeppa, who dashes away. He's dire. Able to find a couple of kills, and that's damage down onto the Jet. Not even the first to go down. It's both Leaf and Zeta taken off the board first as Zeppa backs away for the heal. The spray comes through. Information is there. Only 1 remains as Boostio closes it out. And, I mean, there you go. A flawless round in the anti-eco. That's the best you could get.
Yeah, you love to see that for Foxy. I thought it was a really well-played round as well. They're not rushing to get that spike down. They're not getting nervous. And I think that's what can be hard for some of these like lower tier, maybe tier 2, tier 3 teams who don't have a ton of experience in the VCTs to play up against someone like Cloud9 Blue in their first round. And thus far, I feel like Foxy's been able to ignore that a little bit. Just play their own game, focus on themselves. That's why it's at least somewhat competitive here. 9-5 scoreline. That's nothing to scoff at. And with this bonus looking strong, it could get even better. Mitch putting that kind of default wall towards mid, but Foxy putting an emphasis here. Ooh, does come up in time. He's still unaware of the presence out from Foxy.
Maybe spot in the head of Boostio. I wonder if that was the play. Wait to see somebody outside of 2 before putting that wall up. Zeppa goes aggressive off the back end of a tag and gets punished for it. Boostio to find the first kill. Zeta there, fortunately, able to trade things back for Foxy. The weaponry in favor of Cloud9 Blue, although a couple of members for Foxy did force up. We're still seeing a Bulldog. We're still seeing a couple of Spectres. Sugar Free, able to find Leaf, trying to sneak up. And the lurking Reyna, I mean, is something that we've seen a whole lot here on Icebox. We get to see it some more, but it's matched. Reyna for Reyna, Sugar Free going to come out on top. And with that kill, obviously an upgraded weapon to come on through, but now you have a whole lot of options for Foxy in terms of sight hits.
That you do. Good space cleared, but hey, kind of back on the table. Sugar Free has found this lurk that you were talking about, but look where the spike is. Somewhat committed towards B. They're still looking to make this rotation, so lots of the pressure here on Sugar Free to cut off Zeta's push in towards the A site as it's Mitch, the man to anchor.
And looking for the kill, just needs to stall here. No barrier orb available, unfortunately. Shock Dart gonna go wide. 10 seconds on the clock. The kill's starting to come through. The spike down on the ground.
No time.
Now Sugar Free only has 1 to worry about, but he's not on the A site. So Foxy will concede the round to time. And they made 1 too many decisions there, Mimi, right? They got that kill. They flexed back towards A, then went back towards B and thought, okay, there's no way that they actually think we're going A now. Well, Mitch was there, and Mitch was arguably the best player to have on that side as he found those kills.
And you see the trust in the individuals there from Cloud9. They don't commit to an over-rotation. They kind of resist that urge to group up and just gamble a site, and instead they just know the time's low and they can leave a couple anchors in each direction. And well, the only anchor they really needed was Floppy. His more kind of passive wall there does a lot for those late round takes because they still have to take that 30 damage pushing through. It's an easy cleanup for the man on the Viper. Now for Foxy, there is a lurk working up towards mid, but you notice the aggression on the map out of C9.
And Leaf close angle, and unfortunately Ezire peeking up at the dart, trying to take it down, will eventually fall. Leaf able to sneak away, but Sugar Free gonna hop on the board as well. Find another. The flick is there for the Reyna of Foxy. Looking for some more. Oh my goodness, is able to find it. The spray. It's random, but it works. Zeppa will fall, and with the spike planted, Foxy have a 2-player advantage. It's Floppy, it's Mitch. It's now a 1-player advantage as Floppy found that first. Getting caught with the wall out as Mitch. They get closed out, and Foxy, well, they steal back the round. They lost to time. 6-10 the scoreline.
We just got to give that to Sugar Free. To be honest, they're going huge with the 3K in that round. And you noticed early on, he was playing an incredibly dangerous game because he was, I believe, playing in his own teammate's Poison Orb, kind of waited for that to drop the sweet peek up towards middle there, because that's often a position Zeta's playing. But the push, just well-timed. No one from C9 fully expecting it. And that is a quick little shutdown. I mean, talking about the C9 camp too, they had so much information off of that B main push that they did expect everyone to be committed A, so they were completely unaware that mid push was even an option. And speak of mid push, is the defenders this time to get things done. A deep wall allows the walk up. This could go huge here.
And it's sniffed out, obviously being spotted here by Boostio. Dashes up on top of the ramp towards Felt. They use the Cloudburst to get away. That spike to be planted, and kills to just keep coming on through. Now a weapon retrieved. Should be, no, not retrieved. It fell off, so it's still going to be the pistols here for Cloud9 as they look to do a bit more damage. Zeta has the sight split here, so a sandwich, if you will. It's not the best sandwich. There's only a ghost now remaining for Zeta on that Sova. Mikey is able to close out the round. A 3K for the Sova of Foxy. 7-10 now. Foxy trails by 3.
It's getting way closer than I expected it to be. Foxy, this has just been a good look. The momentum behind them on their attacker side. And Busio, he just kind of read into his opponents perfectly there. Knew that it was Nico. Knew that there could be some funny business, down mid, and was able to shut that all away. For Cloud9, I'm wondering if they can't pick up this round. I think it's getting about time for that tactical pause to slow this momentum, because this is in a dangerous position, but what they have to bail themselves out of that is an off-out for Zeppa.
We'll see if that is going to be the difference maker. It's the only weapon holding down the A side, as all 5 stacked up from Foxy. Over towards B long. Pinku still playing the lurk. Leaf comes out on top, and I believe Mitch goes undetected as well. So Mikey now waiting for that Reyna to push up, but they're playing it nice and slow. They're expecting somebody to be watching this as Boostio peaks. Shots go wide. Resurrection comes through. They're trying to bait it, and they do it perfectly. Desire finds a kill onto Leaf. The Resurrection onto Pingfu, and Foxy once more find themselves player ahead. That spike trying to leave, trying to get out of dodge, and I mean, that might be the kill to get it done. You find that Reyna, and you think, okay, that's the lurker. The rest of the team is pushing towards A.
They are. Zeppa, though. The man to hold. Operator in hand. Fight ball keeps him safe for now. Cloudburst misses, and the shot so quick. Now Foxy have man advantage.
And it was looking like a sugar-free Boostio show. Now it's looking like the Zeta show, finding 3, making it a 1v1. What did Zeta just do? Desire with 30 HP will eventually fall to Floppy, and Cloud9 Blue are able to salvage that round.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker for Desire. He had the 4K, needed the ace to close it out, clutch it up for his team, but unfortunately for him, Cloud9, they pull it out in the 1 versus 1. The aggression from Leaf here was really good. He gets one off of it initially, finds the team lots of information, which sets Zeta up for this huge play. Now for Foxy, they're still trailing by 4, and the money out for them is still pretty good. That actually did a lot of damage into the money of the other side, over towards C9. Bulldog up, but crucially, the op is still going to be in the hands of Zeppa. He didn't have his opportunities to shine in the last one, but let's see what he can do here. Maybe it's actually the Hunter's Fury instead. Zeta finds that man advantage right off the rip.
And I didn't see where that dart landed, but Zeta has really been showing kind of some of the new tech that they've been working on. Icebox has been around. You got to switch it up for the next stage, and that's exactly what Cloud9 are showing us as Leaf finds one from downtown out towards an attacker-sided spawn. So it's Cloud9 with a 2-player advantage. Make it 3 as Floppy finds 1, Floppy finds 2. It's 5 health. Not enough to take down the Sage. The spike will be planted. So some extra credits nabbed for this Foxy roster, but it doesn't matter. The round to Cloud9 either way.
Foxy were looking so good, but C9, they've stolen the momentum back in towards their favor. You were talking about that Zeta dart a little bit. I think it's the one that goes over mid and kind of goes right on top outside of B main. And I like that. Kind of a confidence play there. Don't rely on the drone tag. Just go for something early. It is a bit of a risk, especially with the 8-point ult now, but it works perfectly for C9. And for Foxy, what is their solution? Money's okay, so they'll have guns into this one. And the A site generally seem to be where they find their success, but it's not been on quick hits. But it's quick hits, they're just getting shut down by any one of these really fantastic players from C9. I'd love to see them slow things down, work a bit of a default, and try and punish Cloud9's aggression, which, I mean, they've been showing pretty consistently.
Recon bolt, not gonna grab anything just yet. It did get shot down, so information that there's one playing by possibly close up in that 410 position for Cloud9 blue. And well, they would be right. Leaf is there holding a nice angle. Boostio gonna find that first kill. That's out towards mid, so it takes off your ability to control now that the Viper is gone. And with that kill, a resurrection actually to follow. So numbers advantage going the way of Foxy. Zeppa found that first kill. Didn't really amount to a whole lot with the resurrection. Boostio playing aggressive inside the kitchen. Able to find another. Make it a third as Leaf on the lurk is finally able to find a kill to try and bring things back for Cloud9. And Mitch is there for another. A resurrection available, and well, a body right outside the kitchen. As this will do the trick. A 3v3 and a Viper's pit to worry about. It's Cloud9 blue in what could be the last round here on Icebox, working against the clock.
Insurance policy is up and way of that Sova ultimate, but Leaf just getting aggressive, trying to stop this now. That he will, but Trade's there.
And you love to find that kill. You wish you did it on the Viper as that clock continues to tick down. Zeppa playing outside of the Viper's pit, the wall. Unfortunately, to stop Mitch from getting anything done. Now gonna drop down on top of the spike, trying to put up a wall of his own, and well, now out of time. Zeppa just gonna look to play for some frags, and it's Mikey to find one instead. So Foxy, they played the post plant perfectly. They grab an 8th round and they hang on for a moment longer.
They will. It was another one of these rounds where they slow down, let Boostio do his job, and that's to just get frags. I think Boostio almost let that round slip into the favor of Cloud9 with that overextension towards spawn side, because that earned Mitch the resurrection. That brought it into a 3v3. That forced them to use the Viper's pit and almost forced them to use that Sova ultimate to bail them out of the situation. But thankfully, for the side of Foxy, they didn't need to come down to that situation. What is the play this time for Cloud9? It's an attempted aggression in towards A main. This could be perfect unless the Hunter Shuri can shut it away.
And a Hunter Shuri tag on the Jet never feels good, but Leaf limping away from a fight now towards the back of sight, finds the first kill onto Boostio. Probably one of the most impactful frags you can have against this Foxy roster. Zeppa trades one out as well, tries to get away, but Ping Fu is there to answer. 30 HP on the Reyna. The Empress is on. And a player advantage, make it 2 for Cloud9 blue. It's Zeta going for some more multi-kills. There's the double. Can he make it a triple? Ping Fu, the last one standing with 4 players to worry about. Leaf gonna be the first to peak. 70 health. Separates Foxy from losing the game here, and there it is. Floppy to close it out, 13-8.